Yeah, I mean, I think we did everything to try and lose that at the end. New Zealand called a timeout, and we wanted to run some key specific things to close out. And it was 3 possessions in a row we didn't. And so, as I said, like with everything, it's a good time to do it now because those type of errors we don't want to make come finals time. So, we'll address those things, and they're all workable. They're all definitely workable. So, just happy for the guys to just close out another gritty win.
You guys look like really comfortable throughout that first half, especially. Where do you think, in what areas did the Breakers start to come back and maybe you lost a little bit of control of the contest?
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of fouls called. We got some foul trouble. Breakers do a good job of really grinding it out in the half court. I'm not going to jump on the narrative of the bully, the All Black style play, but they do a good job of pressuring the lanes, getting up on the ball, slowing us down. And so the stoppages, really, made us have to dig our heels in a little bit more. Then we got a bit of foul trouble, but this is what was cool about that third quarter more than anything was we had a bench contingent out there, and the man next to me as well really just hold it down and take that opportunity, Lat especially, because he's registered a string of DMPs, and we rotated the bench a little bit differently in Illawarra in the game before that. And so I'm sitting back in my hotel room going, when am I going to give Lat a crack at this? And so today was a great matchup for him, I thought, because of his length and his size. We were switching out a lot with the on-ball. He matched up well with the guards. He could battle it with the bigs. His length to be able to contest shots at the rim. He was instrumental for us to maintain the lead in that third quarter. And again, at one point we got out to about double digits, I think, in the third, and New Zealand made a little bit of a run, but we did enough to hold on and navigate that whole, weather that whole storm.
Yeah, and just from an on-court perspective, did you notice a point at which the Breakers became a little bit more physical?
I mean, they're a physical team, so you just gotta match that energy the whole time. So whether they're going hard or not, they're gonna be physical.
Yeah, you guys perhaps a little relieved they didn't go to Will McDowell-White for that last shot. It was pretty hot, I think, top score.
Mate, he was hitting some the step backs, the rhythm threes. He was really good tonight. He was fantastic, I thought. And there was a couple of times too where he got right to the end of the shot clock and it was deep and it was contested, and the moment it left his hand, it looked good. I was like, it's going to be one of those games, right? It's going to be one of those games where someone's just going to make some big-time plays. So Abercrombie's shot at the end was great too. I feel like I had the best view of it directly behind him, and I thought that was going to drop. So it was good that we were able to get the win, knowing that we blew a 6-point lead with about a minute and a half to go, and we had possession. So that's something we need to fix.
Yeah, in regards to your guys' season, I think it's your 6th win on the trot. You
Yeah.
guys are now level with the Kings in terms of wins. What do you think has spurred, this run and this hot form in regards to you guys?
I don't think it's anything specifically. I think it's the collective. It's the team that we built, the identity of this group, from day one. And even I think about the Zoom meetings and the one-on-ones when I met with guys first up, trying to recruit them to Cairns to say, this is the vision we want, right? This is the narrative that we want our season to play out. I think you're just starting to see the fruits of that now. I feel like maybe I'm the only person that's not surprised by this in the Australian, New Zealand land, because everyone else wrote us off and everybody else is, it's not a convincing win and this, that and the other. It's all right. We're 6 in a row. We're sitting second. We're kicking your ass. So let's keep going. So it's fun. It's a good, fun group.
From Australia, Chris.
Yeah. I just wanted to follow up on what Forde said earlier, mate, about giving you the opportunities. How have you been able to stay positive and stay ready? Because in that third quarter, when you came on, the team needed a bit of a lift, and you only scored 4 points the whole season. You come on and score 4 points in that stretch. How were you able to come on and just be ready to take your moment?
I was just really trying to stay in the moment for real. Just whatever the offense or defense gave me, that's what I was going to take, and just believe in myself and back myself in whatever I did.
How much fun was it to actually get out there and make a contribution and know that you played a big part in this win tonight?
It was great. Felt good. Felt great.
I'll piggyback on the back of that too, and like I said, I've given Lat nothing, right? It's not like I sit here and promise him anything or ask him to do anything outside of what I demand of everybody else. And, you know, there's a lot of guys in the league, past and present, that would just quit, right? They would start showing up, you know, when they need to, and leave and be the first guy to leave out of the gym. And, you know, Lat's still getting in there before everybody else working out. And same with Ben, and, you know, they got a great synergy between those two, and you can feel it. But yeah, the cool thing about it is this is a lot on Lat. Like, I'm not going to try and sugarcoat it for what it is. I've given him donuts, and he stayed ready, and he stayed hungry, and this is the result we get, which is, felt like it was the most important 8 minutes of the game, but he nailed it. He killed it.
Is that good to hear from your point of view, Lat? I mean, you put in all the work and stay ready, but is it nice to know that it's, I guess it actually has been worth your time?
Yeah, definitely. But you know, I just love the game of basketball, so it's an everyday thing whether I'm playing or not. So, you know, I just love playing.
And that's what we're recruited for, right? Like, and this is what I'm trying to get at is, like, this was the expectation. Nothing promised, everything earned. Yeah, like, I would be disappointed if we didn't have. I'd be disappointed if it was a different version of that. So, him doing all the extras and staying mentally locked in and motivated and motivating his teammates, and yeah, like this one man, I can't speak highly enough of him.
You've always talked character first, Forde, and it's showing through. Last one from me. Can you reflect a little bit on what it means? I mean, last year was such a tough season, and now you don't want to take anything for granted, but it's going to take something to fall apart for you to not finish in second position. Can you talk about?
Jinx it.
Talk about the journey. Talk about. Sorry, I don't mean to jinx it. Can you talk about what the journey's been like to get to this point?
Yeah, I guess, like, you know, it's been a vision that you know, to sit, I think back day one, right, with Mark Beecroft and Troy Stone, and we're sitting at some random pub, and I've got my laptop and I'm presenting a presentation to go, I think this is how the game should be played, right? I only was like, you know, 1 year under my belt, and I'm basically asking for a lot of luxuries that usually get afforded to coaches with 500-600 games under their belt. You know, I was relatively still a rookie coach, and so for them to trust me and to work collectively, collaboratively, and you know, bring the guys in we did last year, identify that's what we wanted, we made some aggressive changes, right? Let's not sugarcoat it. You know, there was some people questioned a lot of what we did with some of the roster changes, but you know, this was what was cool, was we blocked out the outside noise. We stayed true to what we wanted to do, and we're not done yet, and this is really important, right? We're not going to sit here and go, okay, 16 wins is great, put our feet up, because we still got 5 more to go, and then we could find ourselves back in the plane if we don't take care of business, especially at home. So, early days. Beautiful. Is that everyone?
Matthew.
Oh.
Hey, Forde, I just sorry if you addressed this at the start, had some audio issues for the first question, but I'd love your view on DJs unsportsmanlike with a minute left, being up 6, and they reduce it to 2. Are you happy with the decision, the call from both DJ and the officials just to go after that and to stop? I think it was Gerald.
Oh, the call, yeah. I mean, it's the rules, right? Like, that's the letter of the law. Yeah, open path. Like, it is what it is, and I think out of all the controversial ones where people have highlighted unsportsmanlike fouls to determine games, I feel like that's right at the end of the list, right? Like, that was a foul. It's letter of the law. Yeah, I didn't dispute that one. I disputed a bunch of other ones, but not that one.
Were you happy with DJ going forward?
For the steal? I mean, he didn't go to foul. He went for the ball, and he's just unfortunate he got the foul. Is that what you're talking about? I think.
Yeah, and I guess in my last one too, everyone's on Keanu watch. Reintegrating him into the lineup, obviously Taj I mean, from the outside, it looks like it took Taj a few games to find his straps and he's firing out. Do you have any concerns with Keanu when he's back in the lineup, taking some time? Or, I mean, it's 5 games left to do it, right?
Yeah, no, not concerns, and exactly what, as you said, 5 games to go. You know, his game's built on speed and downhill, and more importantly, touch and rhythm. So it's important that we get a good week on the training floor, on the open court, so he feels, you know, confident within himself, and then we can start working him back into the lineup. But yeah, like, again, it's just a day-to-day thing, and we want to make sure everybody's comfortable before we pull the trigger.
Jonathan?
Just one from me. Foul trouble in the third quarter. How did you feel the second unit went? Not just Lat, they all did a great job.
Yeah.
But how did you feel the entire unit went to maintain that lead in such a tight game?
Yeah, I mean, Ben made some big plays. We had both had Taj and Shannon in foul trouble, and that's the two of our primary ball carriers. And then Ben, who's just been, I think he's just been having this outstanding stretch of the last 5 weeks of really balling out. You know, he was massive, and Juk, you know, ever ready, ever reliable, doesn't shy away from the big moment, you know, gives up probably about 25 kilos, right, but fights for everything. And, you know, that was just really cool to see that you roll them out there, because we didn't have a choice, right? We had a lot of guys in foul trouble, and they just absolutely killed it. Really good, really happy.
Thank you, guys.
Awesome, thank you, appreciate it. Thank you.